we came back into Kingston in September of '81, and I got a job at Penrose Center here, working with mentally handicapped adults. Yes, and I was depressed, but I had a job, so I had something to get up to, and these people needed help, and I could do that. So I did that, and I did it for a year. And basically, well, for the first 3 months, we lived at some friend's place here in town, going up and down 30 steps in the morning, or down 30 steps in the morning to work, and up 30 steps at night, with my friend helping me there. This man Peter helping me, and we lived there for a month, and then we moved for a couple of months into a local motel. You know, those little sleeper rooms. And Susan would haul me out of bed in this sheet. We'd take all my clothes off, and she'd haul me out of bed in this sheet and pull me into the shower me down and haul me back, and people would come and lift me back in. So we had a way of doing it, and after 3 months, JPRayne and these friends of ours moved with their 2 kids, and we all moved to a little house down at 162 University Avenue, right at Union University, the heart of the university, so lots of action. And the university built a ramp for me there, and we lived there in that house as a cooperative, and I worked full-time for the first year, and I would come home at night, and I'd had these sweats and shivers, you know, from being up all day working, and my body still adjusting, and bladder infections in and out. So I'd go to bed at 7 at night, because I was warm and dry in bed, and I could pee without getting these cold sweats. And I got up at 7 in the morning. My helpers would come in. I did that for most of a year, 7 to 7. But going to work, getting my exercise in my manual chair, and having this life, and then inside just wanting to die, just wanting to go to bed and not wake up. I liked my job, but what was happening in my personal life, Susan and I had parted after living together in Kingston. 4 of us went in our different directions, and I moved to this place that I'm here now. 2 friends and myself, we bought the house. There are 2 apartments, this one and the one above me, plus the main old house just over there. And the reason, what we were looking for was a place where I could live in an attached apartment to my friends, and they could be there if I needed assistance. And really, the first house we looked at was this one. And we bought it right at the very bottom of the housing market, and we got a good price on it. There were 3 of us, over the years, I was able. One of the reasons I was able to work half-time was because the rent, my share of the mortgage wasn't huge, so I could pay that on a half-time job. After that job at Penrose, I worked part-time, and then I worked back full-time with at the clinic, and that did me in after 18 months there, and splitting up with Susan and going in another relationship which didn't pan out because I still wasn't able to deal with my anger and my depression. That relationship broke up, and I fell apart. And this was 7 years after my injury in 1986. I basically had an emotional breakdown, so I had to quit that job. And my supervisor, he was able, with the help of a psychiatrist, he helped me get a disability pension through Queens, which I'm still on. And that gives me enough money that with some part-time work, I was able to keep myself going for, well, up to now. Emotionally, though, and psychologically, though, I had been suicidal ever since the time of my injury. I never really did anything that was deliberately suicidal in my actions, but I called myself actively, passively suicidal, where I would wake up and the burning would start right away, and I just didn't want to live, but I didn't want to kill myself. So any prayers I had was for God to take me in my sleep or some other way, but I wasn't going to be the agent of that. So I had this active wish to dive, and I was very passive about it. And I also realized that, so it dragged on a long time. And I also realized, though, later on, that I managed to live by setting goals. So when I was teaching life skills courses to adults later at St. Lawrence College, one of the things we taught was goal setting. And in goal setting, you set goals that they're specific, they're measurable, they're attainable, they're realistic. All of these things about goals. In order to achieve something, you got to know you can get there. Well, in fact, I was doing that unconsciously with living. And what I would do, for instance, it's autumn now, and I would say, okay, well, Christmas is in a few months, and I can't really kill myself because my family would be, and my friends would be devastated, so I'll hang on until after Christmas. So I'd get through until after Christmas, and then after Christmas had come, and well, I mean, March is only a few months away, and that's spring. So I'll see if I can hang on till then. So I'd get through winter, this major difficult time. But I'd get through it thinking, okay, well, you know, if it's awful, I can do myself in March. So March would come along, well, geez, another month, and it's really going to be spring, and I'll see, I'll wait till April. So I'd go through another month or two, and then, oh, well, geez, summer's coming up, and that's the best time of the year, so I'll wait till fall. So I would wait till autumn, and then autumn, well, it's Christmas again. So I was doing this leapfrogging, you know, all through years, 5 or 6 years of doing this without realizing I was goal setting. But it got me through until this breakdown, and finally in this breakdown I realized, man, if I don't get a grip on my life, I am going to be in a psychiatric hospital where I've been. I know what that's like, and the thought of going there with a broken mind and a broken body was terrifying. It finally forced me to do something. So what I did is very simple. I started meditating.
Put your heart in every day. Everybody lost and found. Well, they say you learn a lesson every day.